One of the many things on my Major League Baseball bucket list is to hit all 30 active Major League Baseball stadiums, and on August 3rd, 2022, I took another step closer to accomplishing that goal. It was the start of a 5-day road trip where I'd go on to see 4 new ballparks for my checklist, and we began with PNC Park, but before that, we saw the remains what used to be Forbes Field, where the Pirates previously played. A lot of really cool footage here. The outfield wall, some pictures, some videos, just really great. A lot of history took place encompassed in these walls, and it was a great precursor and a great appetizer to the rest of the day where I'd go to see PNC Park, which is notoriously one of the nicest ballparks currently in the game, and I will say, I have to admit, that is the case. Forbes Field was beautiful, but PNC is coming up, and that was so great as well. Here is all the footage. I can't wait to take you guys through my day watching the Pittsburgh Pirates play the Milwaukee Brewers. Pulling up to the stadium and seeing JP Honus Wagner statue at the forefront was just so surreal. I've been looking forward to visiting PNC for so incredibly long, and to finally be able to check it off the bucket list was amazing. There were a bunch of statues surrounding the perimeter of the stadium. The Roberto Clemente Bridge, also notorious at this stadium, was unfortunately closed for construction, so I did not get to walk across it, but we did still get some great pictures. We got to see it from inside the ballpark. You'll see that in just a little while. There it is right there. Just so awesome. I've heard a plethora of great things about where the Pittsburgh Pirates play. This was really cool to finally check off the bucket list and get inside. Of course, I had to be there when gates first opened, and I was watching the Brewers take batting practice. I'm going to see them again in just a couple days. In the next vlog you see, it'll be the Milwaukee Brewers playing. But see, here they are on the road. I want to be up and close with Christian Yelich, Corbin Burns, Brandon Woodruff. Very cool. We got down to the very, very front at the netting. This was a possibility. Places like Yankee Stadium, security doesn't always let you go down this far before the game, but I was very excited. I got to meet Devin Williams on the Brewers. I also got to meet Brent Suter, which was incredible. Such a cool guy. He makes a lot of content. Ozzie Timmons, he was in the World Series of the Tampa Bay Rays in 2020. So much going on. Mike Rousseau I met as well. And then finally, it was my turn to go ahead and walk the stadium. I met some players, checked that off the list, and just look at this gorgeous view. When I tell you PNC Park quickly became one of my favorite ballparks to visit, I am not lying. I've only been there once, but hope to get there many, many more times. You just look at that view. That's not something you see in many Major League ballparks anymore. You have Pirates etched out into the greenery in center field. The Roberto Clemente Bridge was out there. Here's Freddie Peralta and Omar Narvaez warming up. Peralta, this was going to be his first start coming off the IL. He was injured quite a bit last season, so that was exciting. I was going to see a pretty good pitching matchup. Pirates-Brewers, you were expecting the Brewers to come out on top. We will get to the results and the matchups between pitchers in just a little bit, but here is Manny St-Gian. He is a Pirates legend. I met him outside at his barbecue. This is actually within the ballpark. This is a really cool lineup card set of him. You can meet him at the games. Really fun. Just nice little quirk there to the ballpark. PNC Park lettering. So awesome, so beautiful. And then there were my seats. This is where I was sitting for the game. You can't get a much better view than this right here. Leading off for the Milwaukee Brewers was Christian Yelich, starting in left field. Here he is digging into the box now. Then he had Willie Adames at shortstop batting second, and Rowdy Tellez at first base batting third. Andrew McCutchen, coming back to where he started his career at PNC, was batting cleanup as the designated hitter. Colton Wong was at second. Hunter Renfroe in right field, Luis Urias at third base, Omar Narvaez behind the plate. He would later get pinch hit for Victor Caratini, and you had Taylor rounding things out in center field. There's Andrew McCutchen stepping in for the first time that game. And now for the Pittsburgh Pirates starting lineup. Leading off was Kevin Newman as he started at second base, followed right behind him by Brian Reynolds in center field. Ben Gamble hit third, getting the start in right, and Key Brian Hayes batting cleanup started at third base. O'Neal Cruz was the other defender on the left side of the infield, starting at shortstop batting fifth. You had Madris at first base. He would later get pinch hit for Michael Chavis. You had Mitchell as your designated hitter. Marcano, your left fielder, he ended up moving to second base after Greg Allen came in to pinch hit for Kevin Newman, and then Heineman got the start behind home plate. He would be pinch hit for delay later on in the game. Beatty got the start for the Pirates. He would go 1 1/3 innings pitched, giving up 4 earned runs after 5 hits, 2 walks, and 1 strikeout. As for Freddie Peralta, he had a pretty good showing in his first game back, giving up 4 hits over the course of 3 2/3 innings pitched, allowing 2 earned runs after 2 walks and 3 strikeouts. And again, these seats were incredible. This is the closest I've ever sat at a Major League Baseball game. I was up close. All of the action was right there. I could talk to any one of the Pittsburgh Pirate players at any given moment. That's how close we were. It was so cool. Brent Suter then comes in to pitch. I had met him earlier on in the game, and as we'll see in just a couple moments, it did not fare well for guys who met me pregame. Brent Suter comes in. He's warming up and getting ready to come into this ball game, hopefully help shut things down and get the Brewers the win. But someone else had other plans. That is O'Neal Cruz, a young stud who's going to be a huge part of the Pittsburgh Pirates organization, has a lot of potential. I'm very excited to see what he does in 2023. He went yard off of Brent Suter, and that would be the only run he gives up in 1/3 of an inning pitched. Lots of celebration and excitement there. Of course, the Pittsburgh Pirates are trying to get back into this ball game, and that's exactly what they're going to go ahead and do. Brent Suter, again, like I said, 1 hit, 1 run, 1 earned run in 1/3 of an innings pitched. He then gets relieved by Rogers, and following Rogers steps in Devin Williams, another guy I met before this game started. Devin Williams at this point had been doing very well in the season. He was 2-0 record-wise, hoping to come in and stop the bleeding. Pittsburgh was getting ready to have a great moment as Brian Reynolds hits his first ever career walk-off home run. And just like that, Devin Williams does not record a single out. The game ends in a walk-off fashion. The Pirates win it. Brian Reynolds rounding third base, and I'm right there looking at him. Big celebrations. The crowd was going wild. It doesn't look like there's a lot of people there in the video, but if you hear the audio, it's insane. Everyone was super excited. I was screaming my head off. I was so happy. You always root for the home team. Here's the flag. The Pirates parrot comes out, and he's celebrating. The team is celebrating. Everyone's happy. The Pirates win it. What a game. The fireworks are going off over the scoreboard. Just an awesome way to end the night. Very cool. Brian Reynolds ends up getting interviewed. He's very excited, talking about his first career walk-off home run. He gets the Gatorade splash on him. Just what an incredible night. Here he is getting interviewed. Boom, the Gatorade comes down. He gets a shower. He's going to go take another shower later on in the clubhouse, but just an awesome moment for him, a historic night for him. Brian Reynolds, first career walk-off home run. I was there for it. The Pirates went ahead and won the game 8-7. Both teams had 12 hits recorded, but Pittsburgh bests Milwaukee and the Brewers. Not to worry though, Brewers fans. I'd go on to see Milwaukee in just a couple of days, and they would get the win at home. Spoiler alert, look at this beautiful stadium. That's going to be it for this one. I absolutely love PNC. Beautiful ballpark, and I can't wait to go back there hopefully soon.